Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day. We're going to make strawberry bread. Strawberry bread is one of my hands down favorite sweetbreads. I'm all about a good banana nut bread, a good blueberry bread, but let me tell you, this strawberry bread is divine. And I'm going to venture to say it's a bit of an endangered recipe. It's not on every corner. It's not really something that just pops up in Google search. I would bookmark this if you feel like this is something that you would like to have to pull from your recipe box, because it is fabulous. My dad brought some fresh strawberries a few weeks ago, so I washed them, sliced them, and I froze them. I thawed them last night, and we're gonna make strawberry bread. So what I'm gonna do is just go through the ingredients, and some of these are going to be new to you. I know one of them is going to be new to you, more than likely, because it was new to me. This is going to make 2 regular loaf pans of strawberry nut bread. Of course, you can use mini pans and make more of smaller loaves. I already know where I'm going to be serving this bread. One is at a team retreat for my Family Savvy team, and there will be 6 or 7 of us. And then I'm gonna also serve it at a party we're having at our lake home with our small group, and there'll be like probably 15 to 20 people. So I'm gonna carry another loaf there. I love to make double loaf sweetbread recipes, and almost all of the ones on Family Savvy are going to make 2 loaf pans. And let me show you what I mean by loaf pan. When I say regular loaf pan, I mean the standard loaf size. This is a Caraway Home. It does not stick. I will not be spraying this with anything. This is a USA. I will be spraying this, but these are standard loaf pans, and this recipe will make 2 of these. Now, if you live alone, or it's just 2 of you and you like to freeze several smaller loaves, you can get these smaller loaf pans. They're fantastic. I will link to all of those, as well as anything that I use, as well as my other sweet bread, like the banana nut bread. I have a peach, I have a blueberry, and we'll link to all of those below because they're so good. Okay, so what I've done is I have put my flour, my sugar, baking soda, salt, and I'm about to put my cinnamon. All my dry ingredients I put in a separate bowl. I'm just gonna put a pinch of cinnamon, and I'm just going to toss them just like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the wet ingredients and then add the dry to it. 4 eggs. I'm going to tell you all the origin of this recipe. When I was growing up, we would get, of course, there was no online bill pay. There was no internet. But we would get the electric bill and the water bill in the mail. And there was always a recipe in the electric co-op. And this was a recipe that was in our electric bill. I was cooking as far back as I can remember, and I started making this and never looked back, and it is fantastic. So that's the origin of this. So we have the 4 eggs, the oil, avocado oil, and I'll show you which one. I do not use canola, vegetable, any of that anymore. No inflammatory oils. You can use this, or you can use Costarina every day. Not original. You don't want to use that for baking. Some baking you could, but the pure, light one is Costarina every day, or this. Fantastic. And you're actually getting the healthy benefits of avocado oil. So we're gonna pour this in, and I found this, guys. This is Loran Better Than Extract, and this is strawberry flavor. And I talked to ChatGPT about this, and it said this is actually a very popular product. Shake well. It's gluten-free. It's water-based. I'm going to add, for extra strawberry flavor, 1 teaspoon. I found this at Hobby Lobby, so it's gonna go right in here with our ingredients. So I'm just gonna break the eggs up, and then I'm going to add, make sure you've got a big bowl if you make this, guys, because this is a big portion. So we're gonna add that. There's nothing worse than a bowl that's too small. I love a big bowl. So what we're just gonna mix it all together. Let me fix. This bowl really is not deep enough. This is a thicker batter. So you wanna just get it where you don't see any of the flour left. We're going to add the strawberries, And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure these don't have too much liquid. So I'm going to pour these through a strainer. You really have to be careful when you're dealing with fruit, even things like spinach, cauliflower, because fruits and vegetables can release an awful lot of water. And depending upon what you're making, it can make your dish soggy. So this is not horrible, but I'm not gonna put all of this because that just might make it soggy. So we're gonna now add this. This is about all I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna switch to a spatula, but I'm just gonna lift it because it is thick, so it's easier to use this. Because this is so thick, guys, I'm gonna use that. That's not gonna hurt that one bit because that's so thick. So maybe this will even make it easier to mix. Yep, and I didn't add anything. I just cut those berries and froze them. This is just the liquid that came when they were thawed. That's actually much better. Look how much better that is. Okay, I'm going to add one of my favorite parts. If you have a nut allergy, you don't have to add these, but I think the texture and the flavor of these nuts adds so much. So this is a cup of chopped pecans. So it makes it fruity and nutty. And if you use your mixer on low, it's fine. You don't have to switch over to a spatula. Just sort of stop, start. There we go, my friends. Okay, I'm gonna get my caraway. Love, love, love my caraway bakeware. If you wanna be really precise, you will measure like exact number of cups in each loaf pan so they'll bake perfectly evenly. I've done this so long, that's about 3 to 4 cups. Now I'm gonna spray this one. Oh guys, this even smells, the batter smells good. And it is thicker batter, as I said. This tastes very similar to strawberry cake. It's like a dense strawberry cake. It's just so good. Okay, my lovelies, here we go. Into the oven we go. I shall be back. Hello, my friends. This strawberry bread is ready. This is actually the next day. I want you to look at how beautiful this is. The crust gets really crumbly and almost like a scone. And then the inside is very moist. I'm going to tell you all a few more things. You don't need the strawberry flavor. I actually tossed it. I'm glad I did not use much because I can detect it. The original recipe needs no help. So omit that strawberry. I'm not even gonna link to it because I threw mine away. Another thing, I baked this at 350, but the top gets brown far quicker than the inside is cooked. So what you wanna do is do 350, but you want to lay a piece of foil, put the pans together, put the baking loaf pans close together, a piece of aluminum foil on top for the first, I would say definitely 30 minutes. Then you can take it off and it should be fine, but you wanna make sure the way you know when you need to take this out, it's very hard for something like this to give an exact baking time. What you wanna do is you wanna get a mitt and you wanna jiggle the loaf pan, or you want to press in the very center. If it's at all squishy, you gotta add more time. If it does not jiggle when shaked and it's firm in the very middle, you're good to take it out, and it will firm up when it's been removed from the oven. Okay, guys, I hope you will make this. If you do, let me hear from you. And I'm gonna end with one thing that I love to serve with this. We will link to it. I have a curry chicken salad that is divine. You may think I don't like curry. I think you will like this curry chicken salad. The curry chicken salad with this bread, it's a match made in heaven. It's great to take to someone who needs a meal. It's great, we take it to the lake a lot because the chicken salad, all you do is keep it in the fridge, pull it out, put it on a plate, slice the bread. You don't have to heat anything. I recommend these two things together. We'll link to that recipe as well as this one. Really appreciate all of you who are following along. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I love sharing savvy content that hopefully will help you and your family. As always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.